I'm a dancer.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with a very exciting comeback reaction, repackaged album reaction to one of our absolute faves on this channel, the foundation of this whole channel, Golden Child!
It is very early in the morning. Peyton is here in the middle of a week because we are here to react to the one and only Golden Child for their repackaged release called Tara, which is kind of like a follow me, which is why we're going, Anyways, but happy news that once again we were contacted by a woman. We were emailed to react to this, as if we wouldn't already react to it on our own. But thank you once again, and once again, let's continue keeping up this business relationship we have.
Shall we go?
Yes.
Let's go!
Wow.
What a nice opening shot. Aww.
Wait, did they give him like clip-in highlight bangs?
I think so. Wow, the visual.
Wow. As soon as I saw the teasers of this, I told Peyton already earlier, I was like, wow, they made this music video for Peyton.
White background, black suits, clean lines.
Wow. But it's very like... Oh? The heck?
I don't understand.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know I know you know.
We know. Now it's in color.
The tension there.
I know. Oh, now it's gone. Now it's coming up, right?
Ready? Look at the lines!
Oh, the edit.
Also, everyone, I'd like to point out, Anna noticed this too. I've trained her well. Their feet are pointed there.
From the teaser.
Yeah!
I find it so funny that they would make that move like the key point move. It's like they knew.
Oh, oh, that was cool. On the echo, they repeated his movement. Okay.
Why blocked? Why maga? Why? Where?
I don't know.
Cool.
Cute.
I thought he was gonna like smash it into his face.
Different vibe.
Maybe not for a music video.
This reminds me of the light that Y was swinging around.
Oh. Aww.
I like the sophisticated look on Golden Child.
Me too. You like them as silver adult then?
Maybe. Perhaps. A little.
Oh! Oh.
Oh!
Hello.
Hi, Tony.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, the heel click.
Did you not hear the layered vocals a cappella?
I mean, yeah, I did. But then they did a heel click. It's very Kingsman.
Ah. Oh no.
Oh!
You broke something.
Yoshi. Ah! Yes, table me. Okay, so where to begin? The Golden Child comeback. I loved it. Oh, The very beginning was perfect because it started with my child, Table. My favorite human. In Golden Child.
Oh.
It's okay. He didn't beat you yet, it's okay.
I'm not number one. It's your nephew.
Okay, anyways, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the dance. Like we were saying during the reaction, this was made for me, and I'm going to continue to believe that because it was perfect. It was like the concept that I wanted. It's so great to see them like this, and also the dance is perfect. So let's start with talking about the lines. So first of all, the fact that it is a white background and they're like in all black, especially in the black and white scene, like when it is in black and white, is just the most stunning visual because it really highlights their technique. And they have such good technique. Like, I talk about this in a lot of the Golden Child reactions. They don't just dance because they're given moves. They actually know how to use their bodies and what the proper way to move their bodies is. This just really accentuates that. So the fact that the lines are so clean is a good example because, and we'll come back to the pointed toes, but let's just take the fact that there's a lot of lunges in this one. So for one, those are just beautiful moments because their weight is actually shifted forward and their back leg is totally extended and it really elongates that line. Because one of my pet peeves is when, especially in a lot of K-pop dances, people will do lunges, but they don't actually extend through their back leg, and it just like breaks the line. It looks kind of messy, but that didn't happen here. And then at the same time, in a lot of those moments, they're also reaching forward, and it's like the energy's going out through their fingers, the energy's going up through their head, it's going out through their back foot. It's just beautiful. They're very aware of where their weight is in their body, and you can see that too in the movement where their toes are pointed. And if you've ever watched this channel, you know that pointed toes are like the biggest thing to me, and so the fact that their toes are pointed is just like perfect. But you can also see them shift their weight when they do that because they go from being centered between 2 feet and then they actually move over their standing foot in order to release this leg to have the freedom to do that. That was just like such a small detail, but it was so noticeable to me that I was like, yes, beautiful, lovely. But speaking of other small details that I like throughout this dance, I feel like the details in it really made it. So right from the very beginning, there were a lot of tiny movements that really like highlighted things in the music or things in the lyrics actually. Like the first one that stuck out to me is when the first time Donghyun sings actually, and he like brings his fingers in and they're like creeping, and then he grabs. And it was just like a super impactful moment. Or like I mentioned how when Chae Sung-min Y is singing and then I think Ju-chan, I think they switch off, but they're doing this move and it has the same feeling as the light bulb that's swinging around, which also, speaking of the concept, no, we'll come back to that, or the heel click that just makes it feel very gentlemanly. Like I said, it was sort of like Kingsman, and that is sort of the vibe that this gives off with like the suits and the gentlemanly walking. But I really liked how the gentlemanly walking was sort of brought in the dance too, because they used it for their transitions, which usually I'm not a fan of walking as a transition, but this was very choreographed, like crossing, like we're regal, we're upright, and with the suits and then the heel clicks, this was perfect. But yeah, I'm gonna stop because it's gonna devolve into me just being like, wow, they're so good, they're so talented, they're all like, the visuals are amazing in this. I loved it. I'm just going to keep believing that this was made for me because not today, but later this week is my birthday, and this is like everything I could have asked for in a Golden Child comeback. So I don't know which one of you found that out, but thank you. And since we started at the beginning and I talked about how it was perfect that it started with Taebalmin, it was also perfect that it ended with him. So okay, Anna's turn.
Okay, so it is my turn for comments. I also was really excited that this is coming out during Peyton's birthday week, which is why I was even more excited when I saw the teaser and I was like, wow, this music video concept style is literally made for you so that it can highlight their dancing. And the fact that the key point move that they're highlighting is like lines with pointed toes.
Wow.
During your birthday week, and it's Golden Child. I was like, dang. Moving on. Next thing I want to talk about was kind of the music video. You kept saying Kingsman concept, and in the middle of that, just now, I was like, because, you know, I forget who pushes like this, the...
Oh, I think it's the rappers.
Yeah, they
I know
push it off, and then it explodes in color. Like Kingsman. I mean, not exactly like Kingsman, but like, I don't think you would want to see what actually happens on this music video screen. No. But it's like the same thing.
Similar idea.
Is it actually? Did they actually?
I don't know, but that'd be even more.
And then now I'll actually start talking about the song. So I think I mentioned in it, I don't remember. It kind of felt like retro-y to me, kind of old school. Very like hip hop vibes, but then you'll get to like the pre-chorus and it's more R&B. And like the rap section, the second verse was also more R&B. But then at the same time, there's still like heavy synth usage, so it's a little bit brighter. In my mind, this like style, music video and song combined is kind of like a mix of the two sides of Golden Child. You know how there's like really more bright, upbeat, happy, cutesy Golden Child releases, and then there's releases like Without You, stuff like that, which is more like mature, like more serious. This is kind of a mix of that, because like they're wearing suits. They look more serious in the music video, but then the song is more like kind of funky, very rhythmic.
So is this golden adult?
I guess it's golden adult. The hip hop thing. Maybe this is kind of funny, I don't know. They say this is how we do it in the song. And also like the rhythms too, since it is more kind of like old schooly, made me think of this. This is how we do it. But one thing I really wanted to talk about in this song is vocals. Because everyone knows that Golden Child has beautiful singing voices. They start like a cappella, which like is cool, but it is sort of like a nice lead in, especially because like the first thing you see is Timbaland's face like giant on the screen. And since also it is like monochromatic black and white, you're like very hyper focused into what he's doing, and like the voice is the only thing you're hearing, so you're even more focused. And then the instruments come in, and then you're like, this is like kind of fun, and it's very rhythmic and syncopated throughout the whole song. The synth bass is really prominent, and then you have other percussion layers on top. High key, I really felt like I should have been hearing someone going like, hey, hey, in the background. But then like obviously there's the acapella moment. For the start of the final chorus, where they layer multiple times, they layer like at least 4 times. And it's not just like harmonized like a basic third and a fifth above. It's like they've added an extra line to it, because it's not just sitting on the same note. So they changed the harmony to make it more interesting, which I appreciate so much, because as they add the layers too, they're changing the lines as well. It was really beautiful. It's a nice way of like tension up. Increasing the energy for the final chorus without like making it go wild, because that's not the kind of song that this is. I will say instrumentally, I think my favorite section was actually the rap section instrumental, because it like completely switches up and it gives you that sort of like, this whole song has been kind of hazy, like, but that section specifically, it feels kind of like underwater, and there's this like wow sounds in the background. I don't know why. I really just like sounds that have that kind of effect. Natural crescendo, and then it closes back in. Like opening. Kind of like a wave. Or like a little boop. Sort of like that. I really like sounds like that. Just like naturally, personal preference. And then the last thing was like, I forgot to say background vocals also in like the pre-chorus, which is really nice. Okay, I think I need to stop now. I talked a lot. Okay, so TLDR for this reaction is Golden Child is back with their repackaged second album repackage. Congratulations, that's so exciting. We're so proud. Such proud goldennesses on this channel. And the title track was Dara. And it was just perfect. We have mixed Golden Child and Silver Adult. We've got Golden Adult now. I'm gonna stick with that forever. The music is so interesting. The vocals are so lovely, as expected of Golden Child. And the performance is everything I could have ever wanted. So thank you so much for this amazing birthday present. I'm so happy. But that being said, if you would like to talk with us more about Golden Child, Golden Adult, Silver Adult, about this release specifically, about anything really, please feel free to reach out to us on our socials, which are linked in the cards. You know that we are always open to talking about Golden Child. And as always, if you enjoyed this reaction video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye!